Okay, so I'm gonna take my snack break and look at what's going on in the art scene in Toronto, so which exhibitions are on in Toronto. And last week we looked at AGO, MoCA Toronto, ROM, and today let's find out about the exhibitions at the University of Toronto. So current exhibitions, touring exhibitions, upcoming, past exhibitions, painting. Art Museum of University. A long time ago, I've been to University of Toronto's Art Gallery. I don't know if they are upgraded to a museum now, but let's find out. 2026 University of Toronto MBS Studio Art Graduating Exhibition. Work by these 4 students or these 4 graduates. The Art Museum, in partnership with the John H. Daniels Faculty of Architecture, Landscape, and Design at the University of Toronto is pleased to present the graduating projects of the 2026 Master of Visual Studies graduate students. So these exhibitions are produced as part of the requirements for the MBS Studio degree in Visual Studies. So the first artist is Brazilian-Canadian visual artist based in Toronto, working across photography, sculpture, video, painting, installation. His practice employs discarded belongings to reimagine selfhood, queerness, illness, aging, diaspora, and spirituality. So it's an award-winning artist. So Rita Ferrando is a Canadian-Argentinian writer and filmmaker whose work spans experimental and narrative forms. Central to her practice are explorations surrounding word-making, collective processes, and desire as a site of transformation. She holds a BFA from Toronto Metropolitan University and Canadian Master of Visual Arts in Toronto. Including recent films have been presented internationally at film festivals and institutions, including these. Visual artist, cultural producer, and educator, a settler of Punjabi Sikh descent. They were born in Birmingham, England, and raised in Caron to Toronto, and they now live between Toronto and London, England. Their practice explores a range of transdisciplinary feminist issues through a multimedia approach that combines object-based art installation, collage, analog, and new media art, organizing social practice, and more recently, semantics. Semantics. They hold a BA and BEd from New York University and are currently completing their Master of Visual Studies in Studio Art at the University of Toronto. Cullen Ritchie is an artist from rural Ontario currently operating in Toronto. His work is influenced by experimental cinema and his own infatuation with technological archaeology, as well as, by extension, the preservation of technical histories. A key aspect of their commitment to analog film technologies is their belief in the importance of the right to repair and the renewal of skilled labor. Exhibition, they have a brochure. That's just wonderful. So we get to see more and learn more about their practice. Okay, so these are the stills of this artist's film. Modern Nature 2026 film still. I wonder if we can watch her films online. Looks like a very interesting film from the stills. So this is an installation. Helio Eudoro works with abandoned objects, blurring the line between reality and fiction, while reiterating these objects' original meanings to construct narratives around memory, pleasure, guilt, religiosity, and transformation. The toy box, the artist assembles hundreds of objects in a quasi-inventory, juxtaposing items from childhood and adulthood. Toys, matchboxes, cars, alcohol, drugs, medicine, and sex toys appear in jarring combinations. The installation creates a horizon where desire, play, and memory converge. In Shrine, Eudoro brings together elements from diverse dogmas, myth, beliefs, and customs to form a space marked by a homoerotic undertone. Religious worship appears here as a form of devotion, articulated through the accumulation of objects, symbols, and rituals. Okay, let's see. Are there more images? Yeah, these are abandoned objects. Rita, entitled Polaroid. This photography. I wish they post larger images so we can see clearly. Modern Nature presents a series of portraits of couples and individuals filmed in the public spaces of an academic campus. Here, performers collectively rehearse a script comprising passages from Jeanette Winterson's Written on the Body and Derek Jarman's Modern Nature, written within a year of one another during the 1980s culture wars, a period marked by the hostilities of Thatcherism and government denial of the AIDS epidemic. Winterson's and Jarman's texts provide a framework for reflection in the present, engaging with the bifurcation of politics and illness and the exploration of spaces and queerness and desire as respite. Let's see this installation. There's no image of their installation, but only these photographs. Stories from my grandmother, hands from my father's house. This installation weaves together multiple layers of grief and loss surrounding key historical events held within the memory of the Sikh diaspora on Turtle Island. There are any photos of the entire installation, or just photo stills of the works? Beautiful photograph. Beautiful photograph. This is Half Mile, March 26 stills. So it's from a film as well. Like memory, history, fragments and jars. The broken reproduction of an image from the early 80s jogs a fabricated memory, inspiring nostalgia for a city in a time of technological innovation and rapidly changing landscape. Computer-generated maps and photographs of the Canadian Pacific Railway half-mile bridge over the Don Valley are woven into mythic grid systems through the process of optical printing, producing a film in which disparate fragments collide to fabricate new memories. Oh, that's the grid system. That's very interesting. Let's see what's actually being shown in this grid. So the artists selectively display some of the areas of the stills or the images. Well, it's text heavy because it's academic graduation exhibition. So a lot of theories, a lot of writings, didactics, and descriptions. And I haven't found any portal to watch their films. So I guess you have to physically go to the gallery to see them. Okay, let's go to the power plant. Power plant is a fantastic contemporary art institution. Let's see what's on. Beautiful space. Colorful parachutes. Imagining alternative futures through the power play. South Facade Billboard, Christina, Leslie, Powerball. I see. They're having a fundraiser coming up. Okay, it's probably only one major exhibition on for now. Claire Grinshaw, Leisure, Meredith Caruthers, and Susanna Wesley. 你带着看一下吧。可以啊。Sasa Linklater, Tobias Linklater, Anna Mandiata, Neuen Schwander, Harold Offey, Temitayo Ogun B.E., and Robin Road. So a lot of well-known artists. Colorful parachutes, imagining alternative futures through the power of play, brings together leading artists from Canada and abroad to examine the politics of the exhibition space through the radical power of play. Imagining children as the exhibition's primary audience, it puts into question how we make, present, and experience contemporary art, often with unexpected and uniquely engaging results. Influenced by exhibitions like Paul Nielsen's The Model, which turned Stockholm's Moderna Museum into a giant adventure playground. Colorful Parachutes views the gallery as a microcosm of society if we allow children to reinvent it. Well, sounds very interesting. A Decision Between Us, 2006, graphite on gallery walls, pencil drawing. It's a large-scale pencil drawing, courtesy of the art installation view, Colorful Parachutes imagining. Pencil drawing on the wall, gallery wall, which means this drawing will be eventually painted over. So it's a site-specific drawing. Any details that we can look at? I wonder if they're on something on the ground. what's on the ground there. Huh? Looks like erasers. Erasers and maybe some pencils. Oh, I see. Children get to participate in the drawing. So you can just doodle on the surface of this drawing, I guess. Okay, this installation. Some drawings, maybe collages on the wall. Looks like multimedia or mixed media or watercolor and collage. Collage. I see. So you can appropriate these material. Some people are getting underneath. Some people are cutting. Can't really make out the text on the wall here. So children can pick up these giant crayons and then draw water for these ships. Looks like a shadow theater, and you can play music. Shadow theater. Apparently children are involved in this exhibition. So these are all the images about the arte animaliata. Yes. Let's read it again. Colorful party imagining features play together, brings together leading artists from Canada and abroad to examine the politics of the exhibition space through the radical power of play. That's imagining children as the exhibition's primary audience. It puts into question how we make, present, and experience contemporary art, often with unexpected and uniquely engaging results. Influenced by exhibitions like these people, if we allow children to reinvent it, what new worlds can we co-create? A key theme underlying colorful parachutes is the relationship young people have to the future. Many of the works in the exhibition touch on the vital importance of fostering a relationship to the natural world during childhood, the increasing sense of equal anxiety carried by young people, and how to advocate for children-led environmental activism. The title is borrowed from Ailton Krenac's book, Ideas to Postpone the End of the World, in which the Brazilian indigenous philosopher and environmental activist suggests using creativity and dreaming to create colorful parachutes that might slow our fall. Krenak asks, what sort of world are you boxing and wrapping for future generations? You keep talking about another world, but have you asked the generation of tomorrow if the world you are building is the world they want? Including several participatory interactive works, Colorful Parachutes transforms the gallery into a space where things can be made, moved, played with, tried out, tested, and touched. By disrupting the formal conversations that we are accustomed to in the gallery, it encourages people of all ages to become active participants in the shaping of their environment by giving them the power to envision the world for us. By reading this text, I think it's just by all means a very meaningful exhibition filled with art, filled with interactive elements and stunning works, stunning visuals and fun activities. But I think what really matters is that we really need to take actions to prevent the environment from deteriorating and really just preserve the good environment, preserve clean water, reduce, reuse, recycle, or really, I believe eventually we need to just get into the real world and take actions instead of just so after you spend time at this exhibition or at these so many exhibitions, you should take actions, make an action plan, take actions to reduce, reuse, recycle, or eat a healthy, responsible, healthy lunch or snacks. Beautiful institution, very beautiful. Our upcoming events: children-oriented exhibition, Give the Gift of Art. I guess you can bring home the best in contemporary art. We collaborate with artists to offer new artworks, exhibitions, exhibition catalog publications, available by Power Shop now. See what they have. Shop featured products. So a lot of catalogs, literature, I see they're concentrated on publications. Hao Yicui is Vancouver-based artist. Tote bags, editions. Editions is a collecting these limited editions from institutions is a very good way to start collecting art, because they are more affordable than the one of a kind work or the originals. So you can start from there, start from collecting limited editions from either galleries or from institutions or from the artists themselves. T-shirt. Wonderful. You guys get to shop online. Power Plant Pages. It's an ongoing publication series by the Power Plant Contemporary Art Gallery that offers an in-depth look at the practices of leading contemporary artists. Each book is designed as an accessible entry point into an artist's ideas, featuring essays, images, and documentation of their work and exhibitions at the Power Plant. Collectively, the series serves as an evolving archive of the gallery's programming, highlighting the diversity of voices. Documentation is really important. So exhibitions are only temporary. Most of the exhibitions are only temporary. They only get to stay for a few weeks or for a few months. And after that, if it travels, you still have opportunity to see it. But if it just ended there, the catalog or the documentation film is the only source you can get access to the exhibition. Now this institution is by the water, so it's just very beautiful place. If you want to see contemporary art, just go there. So that's Power Plant's new exhibition. What's your preferred medium? Photography, historical paintings, modern installations are looking for near you. Exhibitions through the entire museum. Last time we were looking at their collections, so we haven't looked at the bees yet. Story of survival. Maybe we look at bees. This is a bumblebee, I believe. About any see through bees' eyes. Highlights. Journey into the world of bees is a family-friendly, immersive experience that brings together the beauty of art with the power of science. Story of survival. Beautiful. Looks like an immersive multimedia created by the National Museum Liverpool in partnership with award-winning artist and sculptor Wolfgang Buttress. The exhibition, through immersive experience and interactive elements, tells the epic tale of these incredible creatures and their relationship to us and the natural world. Invites visitors of all ages to experience the world of bees. Enter a stylized honeycomb. Take a moment to hear like a honeybee and experience changing patterns of light generated from the sounds of over 30,000 bees. There are more than 380 bee species living in and around Toronto. The exhibition features 8 of them, including the small but bright, bicolored striped sweat bee with a shiny green body and bold stripes. It's easy to identify Toronto's official bee. Their survival depends on the choices we make to help local pollinators thrive. I see. So they're Toronto's official bee. Toronto's official bee is the bicolored striped sweat bee. That's the last image. Through immersive environments and art installation, soundscapes, and more, bees invites visitors to learn about the life of bees and the world they inhabit. Based on science and full of imagination, the experimental exhibition offers a fusion of nature, art, music, and architecture that transports visitors into the world of bees. Journey into the world of bees in a family-friendly, immersive, beauty, power of science. Beautiful. This is rusty-patched bumblebee. Bumblebee is a giant beast. Bumblebee. Okay, let's see. Any other literature or video about this exhibition? This is Toronto's official bee. Bee is a pollinator. Step into the role of a pollinator in a hands-on activity designed for all ages. Using a touchable flower and hive model, transfer pollen between blooms and experience firsthand how bees help plants reproduce. Along the way, learn how pollination supports the food we eat and the health of local ecosystems. The image caption says, broad-handed leaf cutter bee. Bee nest cart, pop-up activity. Did you know most bees don't live in hives? Our interactive cart welcomes visitors to discover how bees native to the area nest in logs, hollows, stems, leaves, and even underground. Learn simple ways to create welcoming habits at home and support pollinators in your own neighborhood. That's just so cute. In logs, hollow stems, leaves, and even underground. So we have to be very friendly to the pollinators. Macro eye, getting to know pollen. Take a closer look at the tiny structures that sustain ecosystems. Using microscopes, examine the diversity of pollen grains and preserved flowers while learning how microscopic plant structures connect to food systems and biodiversity around the world. Very interesting. Partner, whether it's encounters with real specimens, hands-on activities, or make and take-home crafts, take a moment to learn about the wide variety of animals that play critical roles in pollinating our native plants and how we can partner in helping local species through simple actions. I wonder what other species are really helping our pollinator partners. Maybe human is one of them. Pollinator partners, one of our organization. Let's see, pollinator. Which species? Bees. The most crucial pollinators, the western honeybee, is highly valued globally alongside over 4,400 species of native bees, butterflies, and moths. Iconic species like the monarch butterfly rely on host plants like milkweed to survive. Hummingbirds and certain bat species act as critical pollen transporters. Other insects, wasps, flies, including flower flies, and beetles also play essential roles in ecosystem. If you'd like to find out which native plants and flowers are best suited to attract these species, tell me your location. Well, Vancouver, BC. Vancouver, BC, you are located with the Lower Mainland ecoregion, part of the broader Pacific Lower Land Mixed Forest Eco Province. According to the official Pollinator Partnership Lower Mainland Guide, your coastal maritime climate supports a unique community of native pollinators, native plants for Vancouver pollinators. To maximize support for local bees, butterflies, and hummingbirds, choose native species that offer a continuous success bloom. Okay, early spring, red flowering currant. An outstanding shrub produces pinkish red blossoms, highly attractive to early season bumblebees and migrating hummingbirds. Oregon grape, a hardy evergreen shrub featuring bright yellow. Okay, let's find out what this red flowering currant looks like. So next time we see these flowers in Vancouver, we need to be friendly. We need to be careful because they attract the bees. So they look like these. They're beautiful. Oregon grape. Let's see what's Oregon grape look like. Beautiful. Oregon grapes. So they are yellow. Only yellow flowers. Okay, let's see. Star-shaped blue, purple blooms. No, oh, they're here. Hardy evergreen shrub featuring yellow flower clusters. Let's see. Western columbine features distinct red and yellow drooping flowers. It is a magnet for local hummingbirds and long-tongued bees. Common camas, star-shaped blue, purple blooms that thrive in open, moist meadow conditions. Salal, a ubiquitous coastal evergreen understory shrub with white bell-shaped flowers. Very interesting. Beautiful. I see. So pay attention to these flowers. Late summer, Douglas aster, Canada goldenrod. Essential tips for urban Vancouver gardens. Impress some messiness. Over 70% of native bees nest underground. You gotta be kidding. Over 70% of native bees nest underground? Leave small patches of your garden unmulched with the bare soil so they can dig. Protect overwintering queens. Refrain from clearing away fallen leaves or cutting down hollow plant stalks too early in the spring. Solitary queen bumblebees rely on this leaf litter to survive. Oh my god. Stick to natural pest control. Vancouver heavily restricts cosmetic pesticides used to protect local biodiversity. I see. We have just to friendly coexist with our environment. That's so good to know. So good to know. Okay, we looked at the Cloudscape by artist Xiaojing Yan last week already. And any other shows going on at ROM? So I guess bees is their major exhibition right now, and psychedelics is their current exhibition. Shokan, material encounters in Japanese art. To truly appreciate Japanese art, one must feel it. This groundbreaking ROM original exhibition explores the profound connection between Japanese objects and the human sense of touch, known as shokan, a vital element in the creation, appreciation, and circulation of Japanese art. Shokan. What's shokan in kanji? Shokan usually refers to food texture or mouthfeel and is written as 食感. It can also mean sense of touch, written as 触感. I see. 触感. Okay, transcending the tactile sensations felt at the fingertips, shokan is the personal psychological impression of touch that is influenced by sight, sound, language, and memory. This first of its kind exhibition showcases over 80 objects, including textiles, armor, paintings, lacquer works, ceramics, prints, and contemporary art, many of which were made as integral parts of everyday life, rather than solely for display. From the intricate texture of matcha tea bowl to the imagined touch of a woodblock print, be inspired by the exquisite and innovative craftsmanship through highlights from the collections, paired with hands-on experience style. This is just wonderful. This is just wonderful. Let's look at the images, the highlights. Rounded square tea bowl with a flowing glaze, Edo period, late 17th century. Okay, that's a kimono. Woman's outer robe, uchi kake with pine, bamboo, and plum. Edo period, first half of 18th century. Height is gift of holy stone. Can we? I want to shrink. Actually, oh, I see. It's not working. You don't get to see the full image of this image. There. Shrink the screen so we get to see the full image. Get to see the full image of the full images. There. A page. Two lovers. Wakeshu and a young woman kiss. Manju Netsuki Edo period. What's a Manju Netsuki? Let's find out. Looks like a lacquer box, carved lacquer box. Manju Mantou Genfu. Manju Netsuki, a thick, flat, round Netsuki with carving, usually done in relief, sometimes made of two ivory halves shaped like a Manju bun. I see. So it's Manju shape. It's a bun shape, man-shaped money box. From the kanji, I'm just guessing what it. Let's just see. Discovered objects craftsmanship. Traditionally, Japan clothing. First, the kosude and its later evolution, the kimono, did not have pockets. Through the sleeves of kimono could be used to store small items. The man who wore kimono needed a larger and stronger container in which to store personal belongings such as pipes, tobacco, money, and seals, resulting in the development of containers known as sakemono, which were hung by cords from the rope sachets, obi. These containers may have been pouches or small woven baskets, but the Most popular were crafted boxes in law, held shut by ojime. What's ojime? 续地 ojime. Court fastener. I say court fastener. Sliding beads on cords. Whatever the form of the container, the fastener which secured the cord at the top of the sash was a carved button-like toggle called a netsugi, or netsuke, like inlo and ojime, evolved over time from being strictly utilitarian into objects of great artistic merit and an expression of extraordinary craftsmanship. Netsuke production was most popular during the Edo period. Very beautiful. I see, that's how you wear it. You fasten it on your belt. Looks like there are many forms. Hollowed netsuke, mirror lid netsuke, trick mechanism netsuke, sculpture. Let's see the karakuri netsuke. Trick. Oh, I see. What's a trick? Netsuke. Trick net. Is there a video? Is there a video that tells you how a trick netsuke works? April Fools. This karakuri netsuke from Japan. That's not matter. Let's see. Oh, I see. So there's some hidden features of this figure. Hey. So it's a Manju netsuke. This is a sake bottle. Kiyomizu ware. What's the Kiyomizu ware? Let's see. Kiyomizu ware. Kiyomizu ware. Let's see. Kiyomizu ware are traditionally from Goyozaka district near Kiyomizu Temple in Kyoto. Refers to the early production phase of Kyoto's famous Kiyomizu Kyo ware, primarily dating from the Monoyama period, late 16th century, to the early Edo period, characterized by its delicate forms, elaborate painting design. Painting design is one of Japanese most prized traditional ceramics. Beautiful. I see. And these are some larger pieces. So teapot, very delicate, very beautiful. Okay, so this is a sake bottle, just beautiful. This is K netsuke of two puppies, Edo period. Wonderful. So in this exhibition, you get to touch, I believe 80 objects. 80 objects that you can touch in this exhibition. And this is a traveling exhibition. I see. You get to see it. You get to see where is it heading to? Find out more. It's heading to find out dates and time. It's for tour dates. ROM. I see. So it's waiting for the next institution to take this offer to show this exhibition. See, hope it comes to your city. Visitors are invited to engage in 3 objects through guided hands-on experience. Oh, so you don't get to touch each object, touch every object. You're gonna to engage with 3 objects. Try on kimono to feel how the garment moves and rests on the body. Explore a traditional hand scroll through its slow, intentional unfolding, and handle a tea-bowl to notice its weight, texture, and form. Together, these tactile moments encourage close looking and a deeper appreciation for how these objects are used. Absolutely. Or maybe have a tea ceremony there. So, Shokan. This is interesting. Critical minerals, critical choices until 2027. What are critical minerals? How do they play into our lifestyle choices? ROM's latest gallery installation shines a light on critical minerals and goals for net zero society. The minerals in this case are identified as critical because they are essential to economic and national security, especially in supporting the transition into a net zero society. Toronto, Canada, and the world is pursuing this major climate goal. Whether our action no longer result in a net increase of atmospheric greenhouse gases from the province of Ontario limited coal-fueled electricity in 2014 to planting native species in our gardens, mitigation and adaptation actions can go in hand to reduce greenhouse gases, decrease demand for resource extraction, and lessen impacts on our society as we transition into a net zero world. I'm actually more interested in learning more about a net zero society. What exactly is net zero society, and what exactly can we do? A net zero society refers to a global or regional state where the greenhouse gases released into the atmosphere are balanced by their removal. Reaching this balance is critical to keep global warming within the 1.5 degrees centigrade threshold outlined by the United Nations Net Zero Coalition. Transitioning to net zero requires action from governments, corporations, and individuals. Emission reduction, carbon removal, take action as an individual business. If you are looking to calculate and offset your environmental impact, various organizations and platforms offer tools to help. For example, groups like the Net Zero Society offer monthly subscription programs designed to help individual families, businesses offset carbon emissions and plastic waste to funding certified settlement. Yeah, there's a lot. I'm sure there are a lot you can do. If you want, let me know if you're interested in calculating your personal carbon footprint, exploring business offset packages, and local carbon reduction initiative. Richmond is actively pursuing a major local carbon reduction initiative under its Community Energy Mission 2050. The city's primary targets are a 50% reduction in greenhouse gas emissions by 2030 and reaching a state of net zero emission by 2050. Local government and community frameworks support these: building energy incentives, heat pump, retrofit grants, Richmond carbon market, carbon purchase, sustaining transportation, EV infrastructure guides, active mobility program with circular, or take public transit if you can, or walk. For me, I'm just starting by eating healthily and walk. Person, you are concerned about the environment and the future plans. However, balancing personal, business, and family life, along with travel and however, balance a daily necessity often results in an unavoidable carbon footprint and plastic waste. With net zero society, you have an opportunity to engage in solution. Well, I remember that a few years ago, I saw an exhibition at the 221A Gallery in Vancouver. They were showing the history of like a 1 square meter garden. So plant food smartly just within the area of 1 square meter garden. And it's not a new concept. This concept and has been practiced for a long time, and it effectively grow you a lot of vegetables. 1 square meter garden, also known as square foot gardening, is an intensive, highly productive method of growing vegetables by dividing a 1 meter by 1 meter raised bed into an organized grid of 9 to 16 smaller squares. It eliminates wasted space, drastically cuts down on weeding, and yields up to 5 times more produce than traditional row planting. So find out about it, and then maybe start your own 1 square meter gardening. It should be fun. And they often give you a map, and you can just follow it and plant different vegetables and make it a high yield garden. It's just very interesting. Square meter gardening veggie planting calculator. Yeah, you can build your own garden, or just take full advantage of your community gardens. There are plenty of community gardens in Vancouver. And start planting, start having fun. Okay, so I'm almost done with my snack break, and I'm gonna head back to work now. I'll see you guys tomorrow.